Let me see, how do I switch the camera around? This way?
I don't know.
Let's see. Camera. There. Oh,
Is it
let's
live
see.
now?
Yeah, we are live.
All right.
I don't know if anybody's here yet, but we are live. Let's see. Oops.
Zoom it in, zoom it in.
There we go. There we go. We're
Hey.
live.
Well, we're looking normal. How are you feeling? We're feeling normal. Oh, it's been a rainy week here in the Smoky Mountains. 99% chance of rain. The creeks are up.
Oh, it's been a rainy
But it's
week
not a
here
flood.
in the Smoky Mountains.
Okay, I gotta turn
And the nice thing is that the sun came out today for the first time.
Sorry.
And we are getting 60 degrees this week. Whew. Now I had a couple
Hello,
people.
Shannon. How are you?
I had a couple people from this area say that it's normal, that there's usually the rain and then there's one last knockdown, drag out cold week in February.
Hello,
Then it
Roger.
starts to get warmer. So we're hoping that's this past week. We got down to 20 and 25 and even 19. And but the propane's holding out and everything's going good. And so now we're working
Okay,
on
I can look at the
what's
comments.
next.
Hello, Coaster Mom and Roger. Are you guys at the potato restaurant? Roger and Shannon?
Potato restaurant. What's it called? Spuds?
I don't know. What's the name of that restaurant?
What's it called? I was going to say Spuds.
And are you vlogging it?
Hi. We've done some really good food reviews that you can look at.
Yeah.
If you're interested in seeing more of what we do and some of the funny things that have happened. We actually did one where I bought a burger
Hello, Lisa.
that
Thanks for
had
coming in.
3 patties on it. One was bison, one was elk, and one was Angus. That was a heck of a burger.
It was
we'll tell
called-
you all about it.
We did a vlog on it. They can check our
Yep,
video.
it was called,
It's called Abe.
It's called an Abe Burger, and it was at the diner.
Yeah, there's 3 diners
There's
here
3 diners,
in the area.
but only one
And
is called the diner.
There's Mel's Diner. We have a vlog on that, and there's
a couple of them on
the
that.
Skylighter Diner. We have a
Skyliner,
vlog on that. We actually went there with
and that's
Shannon.
we went with Shannon,
and
and that's a
Roger.
period diner. I'm telling you what, that thing
It's really cool.
It's not cheap,
She-
but it's a great experience.
Shannon has a vlog on it as well. When
yep.
we were together.
That was the 6 inches of snow day.
Yeah, yeah. That was Christmas Eve, and Roger
Christmas
and
Eve?
Shannon.
Really?
Yeah, Roger and Shannon came in that day, and we met at. We were going to go somewhere else, but it was closed because of the snow, I think.
Or maybe-
So we went over to the Skyliner Diner, and we had not eaten there yet. So that was a fun experience. So Shannon and I both
Yeah.
vlogged it.
you get to eat in your car if you call ahead. And I don't mean your car, I mean the car that's in the restaurant.
Roger likes your shirt. Thanks for coming in, Florida Chick Adventures and Newman Outdoors. There may be a little
Makes me look fat.
there may be a little
Yes.
delay on my iPad for comments.
Yes, I've noticed that when you hold your hand up here, you've got a regular sized hand. But if you hold your hand up here, you got this like Bigfoot hand. Bigfoot, normal. Bigfoot,
Hey,
normal.
Connie Locke, thanks for coming in.
That must be how that guy got his name. I mean, he was just too
Bigfoot?
close to the he was too close to the camera when they took the shot.
Of his foot?
Yeah. Yeah. Look, normal hand, big hand. Wah, 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 wah. Ah. Okay, fun with the cameras over. Let's see. someone tell you my couple stories today, maybe.
He prepared. I forgot it was, like last night I forgot today was Monday.
Well, since we went live an extra day, we kind of lost track. It's kind of like when there's a weekend, when there's a Monday holiday, you think Tuesday's Monday. And so that's kind of what happened to us, because we went live on the weekend twice this past week.
Well, we went live on a regular Monday, and then we went live with Tony on
Wednesday?
On Friday night, I think it was, because
that kind of threw us off.
He was leaving town the next day, and we wanted him to be able to chat with everybody. So that was a surprise live.
Mm-hmm. And that was 2 hours long, because Tony was an hour late. And but he was right on his time, though.
It was well, and we had a miscommunication.
Yeah, we just
between Tony and I.
He didn't quite understand what we meant.
Yeah.
But we find him very entertaining, and so does he.
I don't know if he knows we're live. Text him and let him know.
All right. I'll put the audience here on ignore while I text.
He usually listens into the chat if he gets a chance.
Mm-hmm.
How is everybody's day doing? It might be a delay on here.
All right. So Tony left us a couple things since he hit the road, and so I had a couple snacks in the refrigerator. That was really good. One of them was a banana pudding, and that was really good. He didn't say where he got it, but it was good. Oh, sorry about that. And I enjoyed that very much, and the chicken salad left over. But I'll tell you, you gotta watch for salt. You gotta watch for salt in everything.
Probably need to speak up a little.
Yeah, I need to speak up. You gotta watch for salt in everything that you do, in everything that you eat. Just check it all the time, every time, and you'd be amazed how much salt is in stuff. And I've been real careful with my salt lately because of the blood pressure thing, and doing real good. So I'd be glad to give you some advice, or if anybody wants some extra information about controlling your blood pressure on your own, Dr. Pressure would be glad to leave a message or send you an email.
He turned his blood pressure around just by watching his salt. Just by watching the food. Just by watching the food, the intake, the ingredients.
Yep, just a can of soup has more salt than you need for the whole day. Now, I'm real sensitive about salt, too. I don't know why, but I can't say I mind. I think it's caused a little bit of weight gain because I can't eat the way I used to, and so now I'm eating differently, which is causing a little bit of trouble. But I'm getting that, too. I'm going to get that under control, too.
I do kind of think that ingredients in a lot of your foods probably cause a lot of the issues that are out there that people do deal with.
Yep.
Sugar, salt. There's an overabundance.
On the screen they're watching, is it?
There's an overabundance of gluten in American food, and it makes people sensitive, and it probably causes some weight issues too. In Europe, it's different. They have such a fraction of the gluten in their food over there compared to America. And then America, there's so much salt and sugar and things like that in the food,
Using it as a preservative.
The more homemade you can get, probably the better. Or if you can go to a restaurant where they make everything from scratch. We went to a restaurant with Tony, Holston's, and everything's from scratch. They start off in the morning. Every day they get a load of food.
Watch that review. Real good food.
Yeah,
you can't make that at home.
They get a truckload of of all their food that they need for the ingredients for the day, and they just make everything from scratch there. And it was really good. I think price compare, I mean
the things on the menu were like $11.99. Who is that on the main menu for a beautiful restaurant? I mean, that's great.
for three of us, of course he had a military discount, but for three of us it was like $60 and change, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, and this is a tourist town, so you can easily spend $25 or $50 per person on a meal in Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg quite often. So $60 for three of us was pretty reasonable. Checking his notes.
I'm just, like I've already forgotten something that somebody said and that you said, and then it caused me to think of something, and I should have wrote it down because it's already gone. Now, I would like to explain something to you that I explained to my wife years ago, and I was telling Tony the other day because he was talking about it too. And that is, I have a 3-thing capacity. 3 things. And I told my wife, I said, when you say the 4th thing, the first thing fell out. They all moved over and one fell out. I said, you can't give me more than 3 things to do. Because as soon as you tell me the 4th one, that first one's gone. I won't remember. If you tell me to get 3 things at the store, I'll be all right. You tell me 4, I'll still just get 3. Some combination of the 4 you gave me will show up.
Well, I text him sometimes.
And of course now we text a lot. Yeah, it's not so bad as it used to be.
A list of things, so that he can get those.
Yeah. So that's good. And so.
Roger said he's the same way.
Yep. Just give me 3. Oh, sweetheart, I've already forgotten the first thing you said. I just said that the other day. I already forgot the first thing you said. So be careful.
Shannon says, I'm feeding my face but listening because they're at the restaurant. Shannon and Roger are at the restaurant.
Good. We bless your neck and your muscle tension and that your
Back
peace
of your head.
and the peace. Shrug your shoulders. Loosen up, girl. Loosen up. Take a deep breath. Enjoy the moment.
Did you have a story you wanted to share?
Well, I have some stories and a poem about a fire. My fire poem that I have for you tonight. And maybe even I want to do a motivational story for you. You need to be motivated. We all need a little bit of motivation. So let's just pick. There's this place. Go ahead.
Just before you start, Roger said, that's why I married Shannon on her birthday. Only one day to remember. Because he says he forgets.
She's born near.
He forgets if things. If it's like 3 things.
Yes, as a matter of fact, who was born on Valentine's? Was it Tony's wife? Was Valentine's? Who was born? Somebody was. We've been talking to. I just talked to. Said their wife was born on Valentine's Day, or her birthday was, something like that. I think that's a great idea. You can't mess up that way. Now, there was one time that Joy and I were so busy. It was 15 minutes, maybe 10 minutes after midnight. And I looked at her and I said, "Happy anniversary." Ooh! And she was just about to say it too. And it was 15 minutes after our wedding anniversary. Neither one of us remembered it on our wedding anniversary day. Yay for the guys, huh? Boy, I'll tell you, I just skidded in there. Happy anniversary, real quick. And she goes, "Oh, you are so lucky I forgot to." Boy, I think that
I
was...
don't think I said that, but
It was close. Yeah, it was close.
I said, "Oh, I forgot to." I think.
You said I was lucky that I forgot. that you forgot too. So we have had just times being so busy and so many things going on, and you just.
Well, he's the one that usually remembers to buy cards and everything, and
Sometimes, yeah.
I tend to forget those things.
Yeah, I've always wanted to have my own get well card, get better card. Written a lot of that kind of stuff. I like poetry, as you know, but I like poetry that rhymes. You'll notice that every one of my poems is going to rhyme in some way, in second stanza, third stanza. At some point, something's going to come together. I like rhyming, and I'm just not one of those people that writes a poem like, gray is the sky, gray is the sky, cold is the sea, cold is the sea, gray is the sky, cold is the sea. Well, that wasn't so bad. But I don't write those kind. It's just, that's not me. I like them to rhyme. So, that's I'm just kind of waiting on rolling the Rolodex in my head on what exact poem, what exact word would be good for you all tonight. And, sometimes you just happen to watch you're listening to the radio and just the right song comes on at just the right time. And I like those kind of things that come together. So when I think of trying to motivate people, I think of Johnny and William. Now, Johnny and William live in North Carolina, and they live right near a cemetery called 1 Mile Cemetery. And the reason it's called 1 Mile Cemetery is because there's an exact rectangle of a road that goes around the cemetery, and there are houses on the outside all the way around on the inside, but the inside is a cemetery. And it's not a big fancy cemetery. There's trees and gardens, and it's really beautiful. And so you basically they designed it so that everybody on the street knew it's 1 mile around, and they could walk a mile every day and ride their bikes or whatever, and it was a good idea. So the two streets that go down both the outside of the cemetery, and then there's one street at the top and at the bottom that connects them. So one night Johnny's walking around doing his mile. And he is exactly halfway around from where his house is when it just starts to pour rain. And that rain is coming down in buckets. It wasn't something that was going to pass by. It was cold. It was rainy. It was getting dark. And he decided, this is no good. I can't. I'll catch cold. But no sooner had he left that well-lit road and gone down that dark path and into the cemetery when thump, right down into an open grave. Freshly dug. Guess there was a funeral coming up. And, of course, it's, 8 feet to the top. And there's already water starting to accumulate in the bottom. And he jumped, and he tried digging little footholds, and he tried scratching and jumping and hollering, and I don't know, maybe 10 minutes of trying to get out of that hole, but the sides would collapse, and he didn't want it to fall in on him. So he finally gave up and went over and squatted down in the corner and realized he's going to have to wait for morning for rescue. Well, just about that time, William's driving home from work. And he lives next door to Johnny, and he's on the opposite street coming down next to the cemetery and hits this huge puddle that was there and drowns out the car, and the car just sputters to a stop. And it's like, he's exactly halfway around to his house. He thinks, well, I could walk, but it's raining hard. I'm just going to cut through the cemetery. Well, no sooner when he left that well-lit road and walked down that darkened path when, you guessed it, thump, right down into that same open grave. Oh, he was angry. He started hollering. He started jumping. He started scraping. He tried to kick a few spots in the wall where he could get a foothold and get out of there. Nothing. It was like, oh, nothing was happening. When all of a sudden, from the dark end of that grave, the other end, came a voice that said to him, "You know, William, you can't get out." Well, you know, William, he got out. I know. I probably could tell it better, but you see, it isn't how hard you try sometimes. It's what's motivating you to get out. And I feel like, that's what we need to do in life. We need to be motivated. We need to say, okay, what's motivating me to do this? And when you have, like in that story, a voice call your name from the dark, you're going to get out. Anyway, so that's my motivational story for today. I never really get an ooh and an ah when I'm done, but we'll go with that one for now. Also, I'm going to share with you some pictures, hopefully next week or so, of I got to do some faux finishing. I painted a mountain on a wall. It really came out good. It was a lot of fun. We'll show you some pictures of that. Today, I'm working on a shuffleboard. Not the outside kind, but the inside kind. An antique indoor shuffleboard. The shuffleboard table. The kind that are like 3 feet high. You got the thing you put your quarters in. Old antique that this guy bought and put in his house. And I'm refinishing the surface. And so that was kind of interesting to do. To see how, years ago people paid quarters to push shuffleboard discs on a table inside. So that was good.
I'm trying to say hello to people that are in the chat.
Oh, good.
While
yeah.
She's
talking with you and I'm talking with you.
I'm trying to say hello.
If anybody's talking between each other while we're talking, hey.
Always.
Hey.
That's what
hey,
a chat.
hey.
That's what a chat is.
So, that's funny. So I've been trying to write down all the different voices that I do and impersonations, and I promised that today would be the day that I would do Donald Duck. And one thing that's important when you do an impersonation, you have to do something that people recognize and fill in the blanks, because you may not do it very good. You don't quote something that person hasn't been a part of. If you're gonna do John Wayne, you're gonna learn how to say the word Mister, and you're gonna learn how to stutter. If you're gonna do Jimmy Stewart, you're gonna learn how to take your voice and make it like it's Halloween every day when you talk like boys. Carl, yes, oh, so true. So when I come across something I can say, I really never did any female voices until I stumbled across Katherine Hepburn. I looked around today. I wish I could have gotten a hat. She always had a hat with a ribbon under her chin, and I was going to get something like that to cover my goatee, and because in order to do someone that's really not of your gender, you must be very, very good at what you're going to say. Like when I was in the African Queen, I said, "Oh, Mr. Arnott, what a delightful idea." Or or somewhere else like that in like the Golden Pond, you know. Of course, you know, you gotta have the loons. The loons, your man, knight in shining armor. You know, so anyway, that's one of the only ladies that I do. I just want you to know that I don't know if I made it to heaven or not. I was a liberal most of my life, but you never know in the last few minutes what that God could have done for me. Well, you know. Well, Katherine, I remember there was someone on Saturday Night Live that used to do her. He had really good yellow teeth, I remember. I didn't like his yellow teeth.
We heard a story about Katherine Hepburn. Was it Katherine and John Wayne?
Mm-hmm.
She was the one? Yeah. Yeah, Tony was telling us he'd heard this story when they were in the movie together. What?
True Grit.
True Grit. No.
Rooster Cogburn.
Rooster Cogburn. And not getting into politics, but they just had different sides of the aisle of what they believed in, and they didn't think that they would get along, or maybe she didn't think that they would get along because they had difference of opinions on stuff like that. But he came in and he was so gracious to her, and he was so giving to her as an actress, defending her and saying, I think the directors
He was
and
protecting
stuff,
her too.
He was protecting her. The directors wanted her to do like different kinds of stunts or something like that she didn't feel she could do, or that, I mean, physically or whatever, she wasn't comfortable with doing it. And he came in so gracious, and with everybody that was on the cast with him, you know, the supporting actors and everything, he came on and he fully supported them and defended them, and he told them, you know, hire some stunt people to do this for her so she doesn't have to do this or that. And I guess they did that, and she's, even though she had all these different beliefs than him, she just thought, she just loved him, you know, and she just thought, this guy is great. How could you not like this guy? You know, even though both of them, I guess way back in the day, they were both very vocal about their beliefs. Opposite ends of stuff like that, and so they were very vocal about it, so they didn't think that they would get along, but they got along superbly, because he was so gracious to her.
Yeah, he didn't like the little girl that played in that movie, and he didn't like, you know, the bad guy, Ned Pepper, and he was really disappointed in some of the acting of Glenn Campbell. But you know, he was getting older by that movie, and a little bit more picky. But yeah, it was. You can, you know, watch a thing about John Wayne and True Grit, but you could see the affection between those two. I remember that one scene where she was saying, he said, rooster, like that, rooster, and she said, well, Miss Marshall, but what was your Christian name? Oh, sister, Christian name was Reuben. Reuben. Oh, Reuben, if I was a little older and you were a little younger, that might be a different situation, you know. He was teasing her. But,
I want to say hello to some people that came into the chat.
Hello.
Ray Perez.
Oh.
Connie Locke is in here. The Bigfoot guys. PT Adventures 86. Uh-oh, what happened? Oh, it shut off. Sorry about that.
How about that, my are we locked? No, it's not locked.
Let's see. Oops. Is
There it
it
goes
dying?
again.
Is it? Okay.
I don't know.
Hold on a second.
Oh.
He's not trying to take you on a roller coaster. Let's see. Sorry. Is it the battery?
I don't know.
There. Okay.
Now, if it dies again.
We might have to touch it every now and then. Just touch this every now and then so that it'll stay.
Oh, it went to sleep, you mean?
I think it went to... Oh,
Nope.
oh, it must be the
battery's
battery. Okay, we're going to have to take it off of there. Maybe we can set it here.
low. All right.
Sorry about that.
Woo.
Let's see.
Have it.
Does that work?
Hey, that works.
That works.
That even makes this beautiful flower. I smell orchid.
There. Okay. Well, now it's sitting on the laptop. I'll show you.
On the laptop.
I'll show you.
There we are.
It shut off. So here's the laptop just sitting here. So there you are. Are you...
Anybody having a...
Is anybody...
It's called the Mount... What is this, Star Trek?
I might have to start a new one. I don't know. To finish it out. I don't know what's going on here with the internet. Let's see. Because it shows it's working just fine. Is it still looping for you? That's not going to help. It's not charged.
Yeah, but it's charging.
I hear you now. Okay, so it's not looping. Okay. So I don't know. Maybe we just had a little. Maybe we had an internet glitch or something. It was supposed to be raining today, but did it rain for you? Because it didn't rain here. It didn't rain here at the condo. I was at the condo today. The one problem with those gimbals is we don't know how much of a charge is on them. It doesn't give you a signal, you know, so the
Okay, let's not kick any cords.
I've got it on. It says it's circling again. Seems to be good now. Spinning again. Is it spinning again? It says it's circling again. Seems to be good now. Spinning again. Is it spinning again? Okay, it's spinning again. There must be an issue with the...
I don't think you can have it up against the computer like that. Your phone's being interrupted by the screen or something. It got better when you were like that. Your phone's being interrupted by the screen or something. It got better when you picked it up.
Okay, let me try to turn that off. Let's see if it's going to work now. It's
Yeah,
looping
we're circling
again.
here too.
Yeah. So I don't know what's going on.
I think you should close the computer. The
Okay.
screen is blocking your signal.
I don't think so. I don't think it's that. Do you think it's that? Is it back? We're trying things because we're new
Yep,
at
it's
this.
back.
We're new at this
It was your laptop blocking the
live
signal.
stream. Oh, from the.
See what I really look like.
I don't have an arm long enough for this. You need to hold it. Your arm's longer.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, here,
All right.
you hold it. You
I
it
hold.
up.
I hold it. I hold it.
That's better.
I'm
So
from California.
let's see if that's it. You guys are helping us work out the kinks of this situation. Don't make people dizzy by doing that, Don. Don't.
Well, I'm just holding
Donnie,
on.
no.
Trying to be steady.
No, he thinks these things are funny.
See, I told you we should have hooked up the other gimbal.
No, I don't. There's no charge on the other gimbal, so it won't. It would
But
just
once
shut
it's
up.
plugged in, it works.
It would shut itself off as well. So I need to get one of those little things that Will has. He's got like a tripod that holds his camera on, and that's what he uses when he goes out and about. Is everything's good now? It's looking good?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just moving all over the place.
Because your hand is holding it.
Because my hand is holding it.
Can you rest your hand on here? Like rest it on here like that? Move your foot that way. Yeah. There. Can you rest it there? I wonder if...
Oh, and we're hitting low battery. Well, we should last that for low battery.
Here. No, it doesn't help to do that, honey.
But I'm holding it up out of the way of everything. Maybe there's
I
better
know.
reception up here. Besides,
But
we
it
look
might
better
be
from
on
up
the
here.
wrong setting. It might be on the wrong setting. Remember, I was on the wrong setting? Let me try something. If you guys could, I'll try to stop this and come back in on a different setting and see if it works.
Well, no,
Because
you're
we
on
were in
30
Gat-
FPS. You've got 30. Oh, no, we just dropped to 0. Now
No,
13.
we went to Gatlinburg and it was on the wrong setting and it was doing this circling, things like that. You know? So let me try that and you let's see if it works.
Yeah, because we're losing the TPS here.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to try that. If some of you will, if you'll stick around and let us know, because